everyone know we the realest. A bunch of go-getters. I bet you can tell I'm the illest. You don't need your fingers to fill it. You know I can straight spit, knock you out with a late hit. Feel like I'm the one, like I'm Neil, but this is the real life, not the Matrix. I'm about to go ape shit. Ain't no gotta roll out. I know gotta roll out, yeah.
Come on, let go. Let that rock. What it do, man? It's your boy Cobe, Rise and Rise. You dig? We back at it again with a banger. First and foremost, you know we gotta pay some bills. Shout out to Queen City Organics. Shout out to Rise and Rise Academy. We do have the CMOS live and direct. Hit me on IG at King Alajuwan 21. Hit me on Facebook at Rise and Rise Academy. You dig what I'm saying, man? Shout out to everybody joining in, man. Shout out to my man Ernest in the building. Shout out to my man Jabari from the Jabari tribe. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to my dog Clay, man. I know he's getting ready for a show, man. So I want to make sure I big up my peoples. You dig what I'm saying? So we got a lot coming in, man. We got a lot going on. So let me know how y'all feeling. But we're gonna get this cracking tonight. We're gonna get this thing cracking. As y'all can see the title. If y'all don't know anything about Brad Lee, man, he's actually a really he's one of the top salesmen, excuse me, that I know of, right? And so he had an interview with this guy, and his name is Mario Canon, and they were speaking specifically about the hidden dangers of our food supply. You dig what I'm saying? And so we're going to talk about it. And I want to go in a little bit of detail because this whole thing about plant-based meat, which is another topic to it, they're saying it's unhealthy out here, man. They're saying plant-based meat is not the way to go. You dig what I'm saying? And they're cracking down on us. You dig? So, you know, we just not going to let y'all talk about my peoples like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we got the facts to back up what we saying. You dig? All right, so let me pull my my screen up real quick so I can share the video for you guys. Give me 1 second while I get it going. Hold on one moment. Bingo. All right, let me know if you guys can hear it in the IG, and let me know if you guys can hear it on YouTube. And let go.
What are they doing to the farming communities? Like, what's going on there? I keep seeing farmers quitting because they made it too hard to farm, cows dying in masses, chicken farms going up in flames, almost like they're trying to, you know, reduce our food stockpile.
Like bigger companies are coming in and they're like buying out the smaller farmers and stuff and kind of killing that process and making more processed food, you know, and getting away from real food. There's more fake shit out there right now anyways, right? Everything's fake, you know? So, you know, you got bigger companies coming buying these guys out, you know, kicking them off. They got more money. Get out of here.
Dude, what are they doing to the farm?
See, so I want you guys to pay attention to what they were saying. So they're saying everything is going more on the fake side, the process side. What's going on, Charmaine? What's going on? What's going on, R-Fit? Yo, so everything is going to this whole farmers going crazy. They're saying the chicken farms are going bad. They're saying the cow farms are going bad. They're saying even the plant-based, everything is going more processed. So they're saying everything is now more fake. So let me know what y'all think in the comments. Let me know if y'all think that everything is going towards this fake eating and how bad it is or how good it is. Let me know what your thoughts on about it. But you know me, I'm gonna give my take on it. You dig? Because I think we have a lot to cover. So I think that they are essentially correct when it comes to the chicken farms and the cow farms. I think that there has been some issues with those, because if you look at some of these chicken farms, a lot of them, they're not as clean, right? And so what happens is they're giving us the dirty birds, and I'm not talking about the middle finger, all right? So they're selling you guys birds that are not as clean, so that's going to affect your health. They're also selling cows that's not as clean, so they're going to affect your health. And so what they're doing is they're marketing this out to say, listen, if this is what's being sold, this is what you're eating. The quality is not as great as it used to be. And I think me and Showtime has said this before. The food is not the same as it was back then. Let me say it again. The food back then is not the same as the food it is today. Now, does that affect our health? 100%. Absolutely. What's good, my dog? So what we're going to talk about is the difference between the plant-based meat and the real meat. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section as we prolong, and we're going to get into it a little bit deeper. All right. So now let's get into the discussion of plant-based versus real meat. I'm going to pull up some stats from Ohio State, the Ohio State University. They did a comparison between traditional meat and plant-based meat. Let me share my screen just so you guys can see what I'm referring to. All right, so let me know if you guys can see that. Actually, you will not be able to see it, so give me a second. Boom. Here we go. Now, this is all cited, so this is nothing that's coming from me. This is coming from directly the source. All right, so here's what they're saying as facts. Plant-based meat products versus traditional meat products. They're saying that the plant-based meat is heavily processed protein products from vegetables. The regular meat contains a better balance of essential amino acids than plant-based proteins, as well as iron. Then on the plant-based side, they use a lot of isolated pea protein and soy protein. On the right side, real traditional meat consists higher levels of cholesterol. What's going on, Jay Hutch? And so what we're going to do is we're going to discuss a lot of these things because they're just giving their unbiased viewpoints of what's what and which one you should do. Both of them contain a similar amount of fats. They also have a similar texture. The plant-based meat is made to have the same texture and flavor as traditional meats. Traditional meat also is the only natural source of vitamin B12, which is actually not true. We're going to cover that. Also, on the plant-based side, they mask the flavor by inserting meat flavor industrially. All right, just to give it a whole glimpse of it. You dig what I'm saying? So again, in the comments, let me know which one y'all think is better. Y'all think plant-based meat is better, or do you guys think regular traditional meat is better? All right. Now, they also go into discussing the vegetable proteins that are used in the plant-based products, which is soy and isolated pea protein. Soy lacks several amino acids, which is true. Pea protein also lacks only one amino acid, which is methionine. All right. Unprocessed pea protein also has a much lower digestibility than either soy or protein meats. So here's the thing. What Beyond Meat does is they put it's a form of a laxative inside of the plant-based protein, so that way it can be broken down to your body so that it is on a more digestible side. Now, there are different products of plant-based protein from Beyond Meat. My personal best that I like is the steak tips. The steak tips are the more natural route. Why? Because they use faba bean as well as their protein, so it's a much easier way to digest it, considering it has more fiber in it. So that's actually one of the most popular products from Beyond Meat. What I also like to do is promote a plant-based product is called Eat Meaty. Now, Eat Meaty is, in my opinion, one of the best products out there. Why? Because it is a whole plant-based protein because they use mushroom. Well, why do I say it's one of the best? Well, I'm going to tell you what mushroom has in it. But before we get there, I want to talk about some of the things that they say, and this is another GeorgiaInstitute.org. They actually stated this as well. When you switch to plant-based, there are things that are limited in plant-based meat, such as iron, zinc, vitamin B12. Okay. So these are the main chemical ingredients that meat has in it that they're saying that plant-based lacks. What's going on, my man D? What's going on, partner? Check this out. So I'm going to give you guys the keys to actually getting real vitamins from plant-based meats, or what I would like to call just a plant-based diet in general. I don't necessarily agree having to have plant-based meat. You don't need it. You don't need it. It's just an alternative. All right. But again, like your boy Cobe Rise and Rise, we're here to get to the money. I want you guys to get shredded. I want you guys to look good. I want you guys to feel good. And I also want you guys to have the active ingredients to give you guys the energy to perform at a top level. All right. Now, what plant-based meat or plant-based food that has iron in it, check this out. I don't have a drum line, so I'm gonna have to do a little ghetto sound. All right, plant-based food with iron in it. Number one is lentils. All right, 1 cup of cooked lentils has more than 35% of the daily recommended value of iron. Oh yeah, lentils. That's actually one of my favorite things to eat. The next one is spinach. Great source of iron, but the iron contains a non-heme, which is pretty much is less. It's not as easily absorbed. All right, but the main thing about it is it's still a good source of iron that you can do. To me, it's more of a balance thing versus giving you the balanced recommended dosage. Still, to me, number one goes to lentils. Next is you want to eat quinoa. Quinoa contains 3 milligrams of iron per serving. Another good one is chickpeas. It's vegan friendly, number one. Number two, not only has it a great source of iron, but it also has a great sense of protein and fiber, which is something that you need when you are building muscle. You need the chickpeas, bro. Another good snack that you can get your iron is from pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds. But here's the key about pumpkin seeds. You should eat them with vitamin C because they help the body absorb the iron better. All right. So a good thing that you can eat is like maybe some pumpkin seeds and maybe an orange to the side. That's a good snack for you guys to have. Avocado is I think avocado is a good healthy fat. Okay. So if you're looking to be more keto friendly on a plant-based diet, avocado is a really good source of a healthy fat that you can use as energy. You dig what I'm saying? So I think that that's a good way that you can combine foods together with a healthy fat to help out with your your omega-3 fatty acids. Okay. So that's a good plant-based option that you could use for that. Another good source is blackstrap molasses, which is a good way to fight off what they call iron deficient anemia. So black molasses is another great source that you guys can use. It's actually a cheat code too. You dig? My man said, talk your talk, brother. You already know I'm gonna talk my ish. You dig what I'm saying? We man, listen, you just getting started, bro. We just getting it started. All right, check this out. So the next one that they talked about was zinc. Okay. Plant-based food that have zinc in it. Number one on the list, lentils. Man, I need like one of those little soundboards, man. I'm telling you, I'm going off today. Lentils is a plant-based protein that is rich in zinc. All right, fellas, get your zinc in. You feel me? It's a good man mineral. You dig what I'm saying? I can't say all the words I want to say, but just know it's good for us. All right. Another great source of zinc is cashews. 1 ounce of cashews contains 15% of the daily value of zinc. Okay. Got to get your cashews in. Another great source of zinc is what? Chickpeas. Ding, 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 ding. Some of my favorites. Great source of zinc, fiber, and protein. Is what I stated earlier. Another great source is oatmeal. Oatmeal contains zinc, copper, and the B vitamins. You dig what I'm saying? Good, keep your nails healthy and to keep that good hair healthy. Shout out to everybody in the comment section, man. So we got a lot coming for you guys. Matter of fact, let me close this out. But anyway, what they're comparing the two back to what Ohio State did. They're talking about how the price point is a little bit different. So Beyond Meat and Impossible Burgers can be more expensive than regular meat, which makes sense because you know they about that almighty dollar. Excuse me. So now they're both about the same in calories. They're obviously plant-based beef is less in cholesterol. It has a little bit more sodium in it, but they're about the same grams of protein. Okay, so it appears that fiber is some of the major benefits of plant-based meats than traditional meats, but traditional meats also is really good in vitamin B12. All right. What's going on, my man Isaiah? How you been, bro? So check this out. Vitamin B12, guess what? Your boy got the answer to it, okay? Now, with vitamin B12, there are foods that you can eat like nutritional yeast, and that's what a lot of people use for cheeses. Shout out to my dog, Aaron, man. What's going on? I got to get you your next fight, bro. So nutritional yeast is what they use to make cheeses, right? But it's also a good source of vitamin B12. Another great source is, actually, it's an oxymoron because plant-based meat actually has vitamin B12 in it. It's crazy. So another great natural source would be mushrooms. Shiitake mushrooms have an excellent source of vitamin B12 along with sea algae, or you can supplement that with what? You can get some of your boy sea moss. You dig what I'm saying? Which actually has all three of the natural ingredients that you would need to build up your protein, to get all the vitamins and minerals that you need that is supposedly missing from regular meat. All right. It's a breakdown. Okay. So yes, they're going to push all this fortified meats to you. They're going to push all this fake stuff to you. You know, not everything is healthy. You can't eat chicken no more. You can't eat steak no more. You can't eat vegetables anymore. You can't eat anything anymore. And so that's one of the biggest things that people are arguing is like, well, what can you eat? What can you eat? Listen, you can eat whatever you would desire. All right. I'm just telling you guys that whatever you eat, your body's going to consume it. Now, the result is what you eat is going to have a positive and or negative effect on your body. And it's going to produce certain outcomes and performance in your everyday life. Not only that, but also your fitness life. Okay. So what I'm doing is giving you the keys because I'm mostly plant-based. So all the doctors are saying you're going to lack XYZ, and I have not lacked that at all. I go to the doctor and I get my blood work done. Everything comes back great. They have nothing bad to say. I'm going to tell you another good thing about going plant-based. It doesn't hurt your teeth like that. You don't get that meat stuck in between your teeth and get decayed out. You know what I'm saying? So that's another great tip for y'all that are trying to do the plant-based thing. You see a lot of great benefits from it. I have a lot more energy. Your blood vessels are better because if you eat more meat, you have a higher risk of cardiovascular issues. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm not pressing meat at all because, like I said, we're mostly plant-based over here. Okay, so I'm not necessarily saying that, you know, just get rid of the meat. I'm not even saying that because I know some of y'all can't do it. So I feel you on that. So what I'm saying is if you're going to at least eat something, at least know what you're going to eat. That's why I did plant-based. So if you're going to do a plant-based meat, just know what you will be getting and what you will be missing, because there will be things that you are missing as well. But if you have a well-balanced diet, you won't be missing as much as what they say you are. And so what I'm doing is giving you guys the facts to come back. So that way, if someone is going to switch to a plant-based diet, you're not going to lack in any of the things that they say you're going to lack in, because your boy Cobe Rise and Rises gave you guys the keys and the tools and the answers. Okay. So that's what I wanted to break down to you guys, because I wanted you guys to see it from my perspective on this, but also I wanted you guys to understand that you know, this fake agenda thing is being pushed so much that I want you guys to get lackadaisical with it. Okay. So the next thing I wanted to cover over was there's a doctor and they're discussing this whole this issue with Alzheimer's, and I want you guys to pay attention to it because they go very brief, but it was good enough so that way they break it down. So let me share the video with you guys, and then we're going to go over discuss it, and I want you guys' thoughts on this moving forward. All right, let me know if you guys can hear it on IG. Let me know if you guys can hear it in YouTube. My man Eric, hold on, let me pack that up. Man, Eric said, I need my junior mac and cheese. Hey, bro, them 4 for 4s, boy. I'm trying to tell you, dog. Shout out to my man Trey in the building, man. What's going on, big dog? I hope everything is healthy and well for you, bro. Hey, man, listen, bro. Them 4 for 4s. I used to go to Wendy's before they had the 4 for 4s. Let me tell you what I used to get, bro. I used to get the junior cheeseburger, and I used to get the sea salt French fries with the chili, and them nuggets, bro. $6 with tax, man. You couldn't go wrong, man. Man, them things used to be good, bro. They had me in the chokehold for a little bit. You dig what I'm saying? All right, so let me know if you guys can hear it on YouTube, and let me know if you guys can hear it on IG. All right, here we go.
Western medical system is for the 5% of people that are sick. My question is, what is happening to the other 95% of the population who are either struggling with suboptimal health or just wanting to prevent the onset of these diseases?
When you go to a doctor, they're basically there to diagnose an illness and figure out what the pill or the surgery is to treat that illness, right? But before you get to an illness, we have this 20 to 30 year span of time in our biology that things are slowly getting worse, right? And we don't know it. And we don't really have a place to go evaluate us and tell us what to do during that time that your ship is kind of headed in the wrong direction. Some of my favorite biomarkers, which every person out there should be able to ask their doctor for these biomarkers, and they should order them. So for metabolic dysfunction, I would like to look at insulin levels. I like to look at hemoglobin A1C and triglyceride levels. I think those are 3 very important biomarkers I like to look at to start with. And then there's other biomarkers you can do that can kind of take it to the next level. But those 3 give you a really good idea. Hemoglobin A1C is a 3-month average of your overall glucose. Insulin is the first hormone, we talked about insulin, that goes up when your glucose levels are high. And so you want to get a fasting insulin level. What is your insulin when you haven't been eating for 8 hours? And triglycerides are also another measure of metabolic disease.
The Western medical system is for the...
All right, so if you guys got that, all right, I'm going to just break it down to a basic level because a lot of you guys may not necessarily know what these words mean, okay? So long story short, high triglyceride levels, what that can do is that can increase serious health risk. So what happens when you get high triglyceride levels is you're at risk for stroke, coronary heart disease, damaged skin on the back, you know what I'm saying, arms and legs and things like that, certain swelling in the pancreas. So some of the factors of that is being overweight, diabetes, smoking cigarettes, excessive on alcohol, certain medications, hypothyroidism, and some of them just can be genetic disorders. Okay, so these are things that can happen on triglyceride levels, and that's what they say you want to be very keen on, because when you go to the doctor, that's just not something they just give you. You have to ask for that. And I know you guys, I don't think you guys normally would say, "Hey doc, can you check my triglyceride levels?" I'm guaranteeing 90% of y'all didn't even know what that was. All right. You can actually ask for this information, but you can get it. So that way you're at least understanding of it. Okay. But like I said, your boy Cobe Rise will give you something real quick that you can do. A good thing that you can do to counterbalance your triglyceride levels is to eat healthier foods, cleaner foods, take away the sugars. All right. Get rid of the bad fats. Exercise, y'all. Get into the gym. Work some weights, use the cardio machines, do some workouts. The bare minimum is 150 minutes per week. That's 30 minutes a day. Just listen, go in for an hour, get it in. Try to limit your alcohol, man. Quit smoking and just keep a healthy weight. All right. Just stay in a healthy weight and get enough sleep and just make sure you guys are managing your stress levels. Okay. The next one they talked about was hemoglobin. Okay. And hemoglobin is important because this is what delivers oxygen to you guys' tissues. Okay. So, keynote, what you can do is, well, let me just talk about some of the issues. Low hemoglobin levels is a good sign of anemia. Well, they're not good signs, they're bad signs. I'm sorry. So, but the condition of it is you just don't have enough red blood cells. All right. And so you may have like low energy, chest pains, you get cold easy, things like that. They recommend iron. So what you can do is to switch to a more iron healthy base. Now, what I'm going to give you is something different. Go towards a more plant-based iron. Okay. Plant-based iron is going to be how your body takes in iron at a much better rate. Okay. You can take things like marshmallow root, burdock root, sarsaparilla root, yellow dock. Okay. These things have a tremendous amount of iron. Oh, and guess what? There's plant-based foods that have that too. Lentils, chickpeas. I'm eating some chickpeas right now. You feel me? These are things that you want to do to increase your iron levels. So I recommend doing plant-based iron supplements because we don't get enough, especially if you have a low hemoglobin levels. Okay. You guys need this to carry the oxygen from your lungs to different parts of your body so that way you can be healthy wholeheartedly. You dig what I'm saying? So I want you guys to just switch to that. If you guys can understand that and get on board with it, then I think you guys will be in a better shape overall. And I'm not just saying it for me. You can also look the same thing up. So this isn't anything that's coming from me. You can get it from Google too. I just specifically, plant-based iron is probably going to be the better way to go versus this traditional synthetic iron. I just think it's a lot different the way your body digests it. Now, insulin levels. Now, if you have low insulin levels, it can cause hyperglycemia. And so what that means is there's too much glucose in the blood. All right. And so what happens, well, I'll put it like this. To make it easy, this allows your body to use the glucose for energy. Okay. And this is important because if you don't have any energy, you can't work out. You're not going to feel good overall. And just, you want to try to lower your risk of diabetes. All right. And so these are the things that can help you out to get rid of these chronic issues down the line. And so some of the things that you can do, and I'm actually Google some stuff so that way you guys can see, and it's not just coming from me. All right. So how can you have healthy levels of insulin? All right. Here we go. All right. So insulin levels, blah, 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 blah. What can you do to have healthy insulin levels? Why is this not popping up so easily? That's so crazy. Here we go. What you can do is you can cut down the carbs. So this is what they say. They say to have a healthy insulin level, you can reduce your carb intake if it's too much. So that'll help increase your insulin sensitivity because a high carb eating, that tends to spike the blood sugar levels, and eating smaller portions of carbs regularly throughout the day provides the body with less sugar of each meal, making the insulin's job easier. Okay. So for that's pretty simple. You can just cut the carbs down, but you need to know your levels first so you know what you need to do. Because some of you guys may need to increase your carbs. All right. You may not be eating enough carbs, but these are things that are important for you to know so that way you can make the right and proper decisions to get to where you want to get to. So don't just go to the doctor. Ask these questions. Get those 3 levels checked from your standpoint. Continue to get your blood work done so you can make sure that you are staying healthy in the best way possible for yourself, and not just for yourself, but for anybody that's around you, for your family. All right. So yeah, that's a breakdown. Let me see. We actually had a question. Hold on. What is a normal insulin level? Okay, I'll pull it up right now. What are normal insulin regulation levels? So, here it is. So what they say is normal insulin levels are between 60 to 100 milligrams and 140 milligrams or less after meals and snacks. So those are what they call normal insulin regulation levels. That's a good question. Let me see who else had the question. How does hemoglobin help the body? Okay, cool. I can Google that as well. How does hemoglobin help the body? All right. So, okay, how does it help the body? Because it contains iron. So what it does is it allows it to pick up oxygen from the air that we breathe and deliver it from the body. So long story short, like I said, what it does is you want to have iron, long story short, because you want to have the blood move through your body. So think about this. If you have low iron, a lot of people who have anemia has this type of issue because they get real cold easily. What you want to do is move the blood to and from the body. And what does or helps that is iron. So I've always been told that as a kid, you want to have a decent amount of iron for the blood to be moving swiftly. All right. I remember when I used to get blood work done, I used to be really, really cold going into the doctor. I wasn't eating because you have to fast 8 hours, right? So it would be hard for them to kind of stick my blood because it just be moving mad slow. Now I've also heard that could have just been they just didn't stick me right. So I've heard like just different things about that. But long story short, I remember I had to go back to the doctor and had to look for a couple other things. Now I had actually eaten something which was decent in iron, but when I went and got the blood work done after that, I mean, the blood was coming out just easy, super fast. So I got to thinking, I said, well, maybe it's because I had a lot more iron that day, which is true. So think about it like that and how it helps the body, because you need to have blood flowing through your body easily because it helps you in gaining muscle, because you need blood to the muscle in order for you to gain muscle. You still need to have blood flowing because you have oxygen flowing through your blood. So if you're working out, this is how you maintain stamina throughout your workouts. All right. That's a really good question too. Thank you. Yep. Oh, was that it? Oh, what are some healthy plant-based carbs? Oh, I got you. That's a really good one too. So some good carbs that you can eat are wild rice. That's my favorite. Wild rice is some really good healthy carbs. You can even do sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes is another great healthy carb for you guys. That's actually a superfood too. Quinoa is really good. These are some pseudo cereals too, just in case you guys didn't know that. Another great one that I've been eating recently for breakfast is amaranth. Amaranth is a really great, and it's an ancient grain. It's really good for energy, and it's really good in iron too. So that's probably one of my top sources of iron and carbs for you guys is to get amaranth and fonio. Amaranth and fonio are the top two. You can also get that from wild rice. You can also have healthy carbs from chickpeas and lentils. Most plant-based proteins are going to have a lot of carbs in them naturally, which is good because it's what you should do. And that's how you are able to gain the muscle. If you're trying to gain muscle on a plant-based diet, you want to make sure that you're getting enough carbs and proteins, okay? So those are really great options for you guys to get your carbs. Those are really good questions. I had some good questions today, y'all. Man, listen, we're going to get up out of here, man. It's almost that time. I appreciate everybody for joining in. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Jay Hutch in the building. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to Charmaine. Shout out to Mella. Shout out to Trey. What's good, big dog? Shout out to my man D. Shout out to Isaiah. Man, look, shout out to everybody, man. Y'all was tapping in today. Shout out to my man Brick. Of course, our fit. What up, shorty? You dig? Shout out to T. And shout out to my man AJ in the building, man. We're going to get up out of here, man. Listen, when we face with an obstacle, what we do, y'all? We rise and rise, baby. Hey. Yeah.